Good morning, everybody. Oh, there's just a plane going overhead. Can't check flight radar right now. So here it is, what you've all been waiting for, the washing machine. Not quite sure how I'm going to film this, but we will give it a go. What we did discover before attempting the washing machine is that this sink was blocked. Obviously, I've dealt with that. We need to get a little tool, aka a piece of wire, to keep probing that. It is clear now, but it might not stay that way. That is, I think it's swallows flying overhead, because of course we are in southern Spain. Anyway, drain is now clear, so that's not an issue. Look at the tiny plug, because it's very small drain holes, so you have to be careful. And this is the washing machine. It's plugged in. I have, assuming I've turned that tap on, and then here is the washing machine in question. It is an older one, but it's not quite the controls that I thought it was going to be, with a big click and whatnot. I've closed the door. It did make a positive click sound, because initially it didn't. I'm going to run it through, which feels very wasteful. Empty first, if it works. Let's go. That sounds optimistic, but I don't think the water's on. That says the pump is doing its weight. No, that was too optimistic. The pump is doing its thing. Okay, so which way does this tap need to go? Oh! I don't want to go too energetic, but that sounds like water is feeding through. I'm not sure what wash it's on or anything. I'd have to do some research, but I think the washing machine works. Oh, I may have spoken too soon. Oh dear. I might have to get that on that one. Oh, I was feeling so smug then. So I've turned the water back off, unplugged it. I suspect that panel comes out, but why it's... something must be loose. Strange thing about taking on somebody else's house is that you don't know the story. So this has been sitting near the washing machine, but now I know why. Because you use it to wrestle open the trap. So I'm going to get into that trap and see if it's blocked. It doesn't seem to be in properly. That would mean it would leak. I shall try and prop that door open and have a look. So the trap's actually clean. I've just pulled that out, but I'm slightly concerned that I can't seem to get a good seal on this, which would account for a leak. I do think we've got some silicone somewhere. So I've attempted to manually seal it better, but I think those two parts being apart mean that it's never going to properly seal. So as we're not going to be in the trap much, I might just silicone it and hope. I think it's all going to have to dry out first. But there's life in the old dear. So this is our next job. We are connecting the television to a Fire Stick, because we don't currently have an antenna. So, or aerial.
Just waiting for it to go to English. Chinese. No, that's Japanese even.
That's impressive you recognise the difference.
Yeah.
We have TV. This is a great little thing. The $64,000 question, does the oven work? Yes, it does. We've got chicken wings and some chorizo in there. And we're hosting a little hospitality for the first time in the house. So with the buzz of the kitchen night, I just thought I'd reflect on what's been a really positive day. So it started with washing machine investigations. It isn't fixed, as you've seen. It leaked, but my dad is going to take it away. He's going to fix it with Araldite, and hopefully that will solve the issues. Fingers crossed on that one. The oven works, which is fantastic. No issues with it at all. Going to take a little while with getting used to the temperature differences and whatnot, but we will get there. Obviously the light bulb is still buzzing. I know you're all huge fans of the buzzing light bulb. What else have we done? We hosted in our home for the first time. We cooked and we hosted. We've got a picture of everybody sat out in the yard, and I did try to get some pictures of us starting up the cooker and whatnot, but unfortunately my family talk, so yeah, I didn't get a peaceful moment to do that. So maybe there'll be some B-roll, possibly. But yeah, it's been a fantastic day. Shares HubNut. Shares HubNut. No, this is Casa HubNut. Good morning, everybody. Excuse the state on me, but I'm just really enjoying pottering around and getting things done. For example, deep cleaning the fridge. Looked okay on the outside, actually needs a really good clean. So that's one of my first tasks today. And then I just sweep and mop the floors again. Yeah, I'm having a wonderful time. So I started cleaning the fridge and I'm now regretting my life choices. There are bits of shelf there, there are bits of shelf there. Oh dear. But it needed to be done. So I've just laid on my sun lounger after a big cleaning session. Did the fridge, did all the hallways, all the living room, lower bedroom, etc. I've just got my sun lounger out and a big hawk has just flown overhead. Now I don't know what they are, I'll have to do some investigating. Also I can see we need plants picking out the guttering. That's an issue for another day. But yeah, how incredible. We've actually got clouds today. Welcome to my sun lounger. Today is Monday and we took the opportunity to get up relatively early. They don't get up super early here. Everything kind of starts about 10 o'clock. So if you want breakfast, it's kind of 10 to 11 o'clock. So that's this, so you know. Little Miss HubNut had her first tostada today. She had one gratinada, so that's with melted cheese on the top, the tomato, and then you can choose if you have jamon or tuna and so on in there. She very much enjoyed that. If you are slightly picky eater, I'd probably recommend the gratinada. Tostadas in their various forms are absolutely delicious, and café con leche is a great accompaniment. Then we went to the market. So the local market here is in the Sala de Fiestas. So it's like a party room, because that is where they party. But it's also where they hold the market. There was lots of clothing there, lots of very cheap clothing, and also a big giant veg stall which had, oh, the peppers here are ginormous. And the beauty is that you can smell all the fruit and veg, which if you walk through the veg section in your local supermarket in the UK, you can't. So really delicious, lovely things. And then we just came home. No, I'm looking this way because that's where the washing machine is. No updates on the washing machine. We are auditing the joint on the trap, and then I'm going to let that set. So that's probably going to be a Mr. HubNut continuation. Washing machine living its life over 3 episodes at least of this story. Not much to report on the house really, because we've been out and about. I'm sorry if my footage isn't super dynamic. We're just kind of living the moment, but hopefully I've got some nice photos for you of cars as well. Cars here are incredible. If I had more time, I would sit on the local square and film on the roundabout, because the cars that just go around there are amazing. 80s, 90s, things we just don't see anymore, things we never even had in the UK. So we're going to go for dinner shortly at my parents'. And while we wait, I'm just going to lay here on the sun lounger. It's a very hard life. Being here has been incredible. I've kind of improved my Spanish. I can make conversational Spanish, but it makes you realise every time you're here how much we don't know culturally, regards timings and so on. So very much a learning curve, which is really lovely in itself. I'm actually taking the opportunity to do a very basic piece of baking because I don't want to waste the bread. So it's very British. I'm sure that other nationalities have their versions. I'm just doing a bread pudding really. So bread, milk, butter, eggs, cinnamon, ideally mixed spice, and sugar. And it's just a great way of using up bread and also actually properly testing the oven. It's in the oven, preheated the oven. I put it onto a low temperature. Oven seems to be working really well actually. So that is another little win. Excuse down the side, I haven't managed to get down there yet. Whether this bread pudding tastes nice or not, the house smells absolutely amazing. And we have absolutely achieved baking in the house. It would be darker, but I didn't use brown sugar or caster sugar. I just had granulated, just making do with what I have at the moment. So little Miss HubNut and I are just sharing the first bottle that has a cork in it. And it's very important, I'm very superstitious, that you put a coin in there because it brings wealth and good luck to your new home. Just found another 80s treasure. This is an undersheet on one of the beds. Recycling is big here, and I think it's very important to do it wherever you are. So we have lots of cardboard, which will be staying until Mini HubNut and Mr. HubNut get here, rather than little Miss HubNut and I trawling it through the streets. Sadly, it's not all sunshine and rainbows, excuse the legs. I have been eaten by mosquitoes. Now we've been sat with citronella candles. I know all the advice because I always get eaten. However, I have done something really stupid this time. I have been wearing perfume. So yeah, I brought this upon myself. But last night there was a desperate moment where I was just sat on the living room floor cooling off my legs, because if you cool bites, it eases the itch for a little minute. So it happens that I went to the pharmacy with my mother this morning, and yes, more bites on my face. But anyway, we move. I know why, it was perfume. But I saw afterbite. If you haven't experienced afterbite and you've got bitten by mosquitoes, do. It stings for the first 2 seconds, and then it is the best thing. My legs feel amazing. It's so beautiful. So mine and little Miss HubNut's time is drawing to a close for now. Obviously, we will be back. But I think the biggest thing for me has been, apart from the fact is I've discovered that the linen is actually bolster covers, is the people. Because I met my next door neighbour, and she was so excited, and she said vecina, which means neighbour, and we had a little chat. And every time you speak their language here, they lighten up. I think the Spanish have a reputation for being standoffish, and I think there's probably standoffish people in every nation, but I don't really think they are. There are certain people that, because I speak a little more Spanish than my mother and father, they want to know about my mum and dad and who we are and everything, but there isn't anybody British that they can speak to. So to be able to speak to them has been an absolute revelation, and my Spanish is far, 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 far from perfect, but I'm learning every single day, and I'm determined to keep learning every single day. But the conversations I've had have been absolutely incredible. So I think the biggest thing has to be the people and how embracing they are and how beautiful and wonderful they are. I don't want to go home. It's not a table or a net or anything like that. It's actually a bolster cover for bolster cushions. That's why it's long and thin. I discovered this when I was stripping the beds ready for our next load of guests. Just making up the beds for the next arrivals. Only basic, using duvet cover as a sheet and some pillows. But hopefully we're having our first guest, so that's exciting. Make some beds up. So this is the end of mine and little Miss HubNut's current adventure in Castillo. I feel like we've achieved a lot. The oven works. The washing machine is very, very nearly there. We just made house, really, and made it more homely so that when people are visiting, there's little bits and pieces that mean you can be at home rather than just staying here. Which seems daft, but I think it's important. I'm really, really sad to be leaving, like really sad, because I'm really sad to be leaving because obviously my parents, but also it just feels like home here. And UK isn't quite the same reality. How daft. But anyway, we're going to go and spend the day in Malaga, so might share a bit of that with you, but for now it's goodbye from Casa HubNut. So we're now at the Holiday Inn in Malaga. We fly in the early hours tomorrow, and we've just spent the day in Malaga. What an awesome city. There's so much art and whatnot there. I really need to go back, and I think there's some learnings here that yes, it's lovely to be close to the airport, but it's also isolated, and there's a whole city just there, a really exciting one. So I think moving forwards, if we have an early flight and we stay, we'll make a little holiday of it and stay in Malaga. Well, this is it, literally at the gate, waiting to board. Very sad times. It was really emotional yesterday. I'm not quite sure why. Well, I am, because it's a lot. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. Apologies, it's not a huge amount of stuff happening, but there will be. So thank you for watching, and bye.